please be seated.
Not, it's my fault. Let me see. What's the charge? What's the other charges? Who sent you to this one?
He's got his thing with cases, sorry.
Oh, it's me.
It's you.
But I don't have it. I think I have it on my dog. Let me get it.
Three EOPs.
Oh, nice. Hernandez Cruz, yeah. there
All right,
you
Mr. Sutherland.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Sutherland.
Jared Sutherland here on behalf of Mr. Theodore Mell. This is case number 25 CF 450. We're here today for sentence to be imposed, which has already been agreed to in a previously negotiated plea. Unfortunately, I've received information on the 12th of this month that Mr. Mell has passed away. I have a provisional report of death from the Commonwealth of Kentucky, if I may approach.
Granted.
There is no official death certificate yet, as it's been so recent, but I would be perfectly willing to provide the court with a copy of a death certificate whenever one is created and certified. But that is straight from the coroner's office in Hardin County from yesterday.
Mr. Sutherland, what's that case number?
Case number is 25 CF 450.
State.
Your Honor, just 1 second. I'm trying to access the record. Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, this is an old case that we already resolved. He said new case.
Yes, no.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
Okay. Are you? I mean, I don't have any objection. I don't know at this point. I cannot dismiss it because he pled. Right?
Yeah,
Maybe approach, Your Honor.
I guess.
Granted. So we'll just put this on 6/11 for status.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if that information comes in sooner, then if you'll just draft an order and pass it by the state and submit it, then we'll sign that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
All
much.
right?
Yes, Your
Anything else for you today, Mr.?
No, sir. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Barbarisi. Good morning, Mr. Barbarisi. It's good to see you back in my courtroom.
For the purpose of the record, Dennis Barbarisi appearing on behalf of and accompanied by the defendant Taylor Davis Pippin relative to case number 2026 CF00512F. Your Honor, based upon negotiations with the Office of the State Attorney in the person of Ms. Leone, we wish to announce a withdrawal of our previously entered plea of not guilty and enter a plea of nolo contendere based upon uncoerced plea agreement which has been reduced to writing. May I approach and tender, Your Honor?
Granted.
Your Honor, this is a guideline sentence, and as you'll note, the plea agreement has been signed by the state, the defendant, and the Office of the State Attorney.
And what are the proper fines, fees, and costs, Madam Clerk? It's $515, correct?
1 second, Your Honor. It'll be 666, Your Honor.
Yeah, the change, there's been a change in the amount of fees, and it's 666.
I've advised my client about that. That's why I have the 10 days, so he can check with the clerk's office.
Okay.
But we agree to whatever's required in payment of court costs, Your Honor.
And you have a score sheet, Ms. Leone?
I handed it to Mr. Barbarisi.
Yes, if you would, please, sir. All right. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Barbarisi said, and you signed the written plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How old are you?
39.
How much school do you have?
I have a bachelor's in criminal justice.
All right. You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what you read in the form, that the adjudication will be withheld, and you'll pay the court cost within 10 days, and that's the substance of the plea agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor. Yes,
Mr. Barbarisi, and do you understand by doing this, you're pleading no contest to the charges,
yes, sir.
waiving your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Barbarisi explained all the consequences of this plea to you,
Yes, sir.
and are you satisfied with how Mr. Barbarisi has represented you?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea with the fees and costs to be paid as the sole subject of the plea agreement.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That's all I have before the court today. May I be excused?
Granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good day. Ms. Dudley.
Your Honor, I'm Brenda Watson at 23 CF 2824. If I may approach with the state real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
This is Ms. Watson. She's gonna admit to the violation of probation, withhold adjudication, $100 VIP fee, terminate probation and cost to a judgment. If I may approach.
Granted.
does have the outstanding VOP warrant on this case, where the court previously set an RR bond on it.
All right. And so, for the record to be clear, this plea is to the VOP for which the outstanding warrant applies.
Correct, Your Honor.
And the warrant has not yet been served, but this plea disposes of the warrant.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, how do we deal with that, bailiff?
Your Honor, I'll make out one in our system for our docket date. It wasn't for her, so it would have to be served, so we would have to take her to custody to back in one.
All right, but she's pleading here. So, Madam Clerk, make notes on the minutes that the VOP warrant is withdrawn based upon the plea. And do what needs to be appropriately done to withdraw the warrant based upon the plea. Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, you put your hand down. Now, you heard what Ms. Dudley said and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're admitting the violation.
Yes.
And that says to me that you agree that you violated your probation the way your probation officer said so in that affidavit and report.
Yes.
All right? And in this matter, the adjudication will continue to be withheld. Your probation will be terminated, and you'll have an additional $100 cost of prosecution, and all your outstanding fees and costs will be sent to a judgment. Is that what you understood?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Dudley answered all your questions about this plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir, she did.
And are you satisfied with how she's represented you?
Yes, I am very.
The court will find that the plea is freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea, and this disposes of the BOP warrant that is outstanding, and it should be withdrawn as a result.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you now.
Your Honor, I believe I have Arsenio Lovelace on the docket, and 25 CF 40. He was not transported, based on, Okaloosa went to get him, Walton County would not release him to be transported. We're going to deal with this by a stipulated motion and order based on the basis for the violation over there being dismissed. So I've talked to the state, we're going to just send a stipulated motion and order to recall the warrant and then deal with the charge as well. So if you just remove him from the docket, and I'll take care of it with the state.
All right, so he's in Walton County, you say?
Yes, sir. He was violated for new charges out of Walton County, and those were dismissed.
All right. And so we want to reset this or just let
I'll
it
just-
roll off the docket?
Let it go off the docket. I'll file a motion to order with the court. I've already talked to the state about what we're going to do with it.
All right. We'll simply remove it from the docket at this time.
Yeah, we addressed Carly Palucci on Monday. It's 24 CF 1899, and we set her for Monday. If we could just reset her for Thursday, because we have to get her transported, and we won't have enough time to get her here for Monday. She's in Santa Rosa County.
State?
I have no objection to that, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, but having just a problem with the docket here that.
Yes, sir.
She's, who is that?
Carly Palucci. She's not on today's docket, Your Honor. We set her for docket day on Monday, but she's in Santa Rosa's jail. I need to put her on Thursday so that the sheriff's office will have enough time to transport her over.
All right, Madam Clerk, have you got that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and say again her case number so I can get some.
24 CF 1899.
So reset to 5/24.
Is it 21?
Yes.
I think it was 21st at 9 o'clock.
And she's in Santa Rosa?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, very good, Madam Clerk, and you've got your minutes now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Actually,
No?
don't we have a couple other for Ms. Dudley, or?
I only have one more for Ms. Dudley, but it's set for 2 p.m.
Correct.
Ah, that's right, okay. All right, thank you, Ms. Dudley. See you then. Mr. Durrell. Good morning, Mr. Durrell.
May it please the court, Dustin Durrell. Your Honor, my client, Mr. Jerice Williams. Your Honor, we're requesting a continuance.
And what's that case number for me, please?
I've got 17 CF 2190, 2750, and 24 CF 1687. I believe that's what I have on my file. It's all violations of probation, Your Honor.
All right.
And we're requesting a continuance from Mr. Williams.
State?
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
All right, and how much do we need to continue this, Mr. Durrell?
Your Honor, if we could have, we're probably going to need at least a 2-cycle. I don't know what the court's next dates are, but the violation is based on a new law violation in Walton County. I'm not retained on the Walton County case, and there's been an issue with his representation over there. My plan right now is to make a special appearance to file a motion of transport to get him over there, see if he can resolve that situation. And honestly, Your Honor, I don't know how long that's going to take, but I don't expect it to be quick. I will be working with Mr. Snell in the meantime, see if we can come up with something over here, but obviously he has some very serious charges here, Your Honor.
Right. So would the state be amenable to having him transported to?
Yes, yeah, I'm covering for ASA Snell today, or for the
All
time
right.
being, Your Honor.
Would the state be amenable to having him transported to Walton and
Yes, Your Honor.
essentially putting these VOPs on hold for the disposition of his other cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
I think that's what Mr. Snell indicated last time we spoke. He wanted to see what was going to happen in Walton.
So why don't we just make that happen?
Okay.
Any objection to that?
No objection from the state.
So draft an order that says that he's to be and so let's be sure these, in case I get hit by the Greyhound on the way home, let's be sure the case is properly documented about why we're doing this, because the charges in Walton County are the basis of the VOP. They need to be properly disposed of first, and then that he should be transported to Walton County for the disposition of those charges. And I believe he's held here. Is he held here with no bond, I believe, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so that shouldn't be an issue. And that those holds should have him returned after the disposition of his cases in Walton County. And we'll set it for a status. Why don't we just arbitrarily choose the September dates, right? September miscellaneous.
That would be September 17th or September 24th.
Let's choose 17 September just as a status. That way it doesn't just fall off the docket and not get taken care of at all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And so put that all into order and let's get him transported to move the case on down, because it seems that that's where we've been all along for several months. So let's get the case moving and for disposition.
Yes, Your Honor. And the issue with his representation happened in the last couple of weeks, and I've been trying to figure out what I need to do about that. But
Okay.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, very good.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'll get that motion in order.
All right, thank you. Ms. Jaquith.
Thank you, Your Honor. First I have is Tyler Shaw. That case number is 26CF224. Mr. Shaw is present and approaching. Your Honor, do we have an agreed upon resolution with the state? Mr. Shaw is going to plead no contest, and I'm going to be asking the court to withdraw that habeas revoking bond on Mr. Shaw because we're going to be entering a plea today, which makes that basically moot. And Your Honor, in Mr. Shaw's case, he's going to be pleading no contest as charged. He'll be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 2 years of probation. There'll be a $40 per month cost of supervision, $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. He needs to complete 50 hours community service work and show proof of valid driver's license or eligibility. And we have no objection to the score sheet, which we have completed. May I approach?
Granted. All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. You heard what Ms. Jaquith said and you signed the written plea form?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 28. I just had my birthday yesterday.
All right. How much school do you have?
I completed up until 12th grade.
All right. You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what you read, what Ms. Jaquith just announced to me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes, sir.
That tells me you believe the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that. Do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, sir.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty beyond 2 years of probation with the fees and costs that were announced, community service hours, and you've got to show proof of your valid DL or eligibility for it.
Now, my license is revoked. That's like, can I just work towards it?
Say again?
My license is revoked.
He's under habitual suspension, Your Honor, so he will not be able to achieve a valid driver's license, which is, and I've explained to him, he needs to achieve eligibility and show proof of eligibility, but not actually the physical driver's license
Right.
because he wouldn't be able to get one.
Right. That's the reason it says or eligibility. So you complete all of the details you have to complete to be eligible for it, understanding that the revocation is outstanding.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay? So the goal is that all that's done, so when the time period expires, you would be eligible to go and get the DL.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So that's part of the conditions based upon the nature of the charge.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Ms. Jaquith answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
You satisfied with how she's represented you?
Yes, sir.
The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into. Will accept the plea. Madam Clerk, withdraw the ORB, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, you're good, you're good.
Step this way, please.
And just for the record, Your Honor, he does reside in Santa Rosa County, but we have discussed the need for him to check in here before he leaves and goes back home.
All right, very good.
Your Honor, the next I have is Matthew Witucky. Your Honor, Mr. Witucky is present in 24 CF 270. If the court recalls, Mr. Snell and I approached and kind of explained the odd situation with Mr. Witucky's case. Given my conversation with Mr. Snell, we have worked out an agreement to have Mr. Witucky get an ROR bond today so that he can finish his Walton County sentence in Walton County and remain on the medication that he has been stabilized on. So we would ask that the court enter an order. I'll provide a written order, but I would ask that the court allow it he be released on the minute sheet so that he can go to Walton County with that ROR bond. By stipulation, once we get him over to Walton County, we'll do a motion and order revoking bond, so he'll have a hold to come back to Okaloosa. He's been approved for the Bridgeway program, so as soon as he gets back, Ms. Weeks is prepared to submit an order to the court, allowing him to, again, be released to go over to Bridgeway.
All right, so what'll happen, so be sure to understand, is the ROR will allow Walton County to come and get him, and as soon as they get him, then we'll revoke his bond.
Correct, Your Honor.
So that will constitute a hold.
Correct, Your Honor.
Sort of this, the old joke about all the way around your elbow to get to your thumb. There should be a better way, but that's the rules right now, so you understand, okay? All right? And you'll provide appropriate orders.
I will provide a written order just here in a
And
few
so
minutes.
the ROR bond, he may be released on ROR pursuant to the minutes.
And I'll provide that electronic order, and I do apologize for not having that written order prepared. We are waiting on some kind of chip or something for our office printer, so we are only electronic right now.
All right,
But I will get that over to the court here this morning.
very good, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a little bit. Your Honor, that is all I have this morning, if I may be excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
No, because we'll have the honor vote, so he will fall off the docket until he's returned. Mr. Patel.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Patel.
Before the court on two motions, Jay Patel on behalf of Feng Wang, 26 CF 137. In speaking to Mr. Snell, I don't believe the state has any objection as to the motion for release pursuant, or the motion for release of outright or ROR pursuant to Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure 3.134. I believe that the courts actually reviewed this in a companion case yesterday and granted the same relief. I believe the state has no objection.
State has no objection to that particular motion, Your Honor.
And do you have an order?
I will send one electronically if that's okay.
All right, very good.
The next motion for return of property, and speaking to Mr. Snell, he would like the opportunity to, apparently there's some matters that he needs to investigate relating to the custody evidence, and he would like, or rather, he would like to continue the case, or continue this motion for 1 month. I don't have any objection to that. Does the court have dates on hand that we can just move it to, or do I need to coordinate with your office?
We can just move that as 6/11. You think gonna work? That's about a month away.
Can we, is there a week after that?
6/18?
Yes, Your Honor.
6/18?
That'll be perfect.
Well, be sure to silence your phones, although I do like your ringtone. Well, that's a good reason for me to check and be sure mine is silenced as well, okay?
All right, very good. I have nothing further. May I be excused?
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. Good day. Ms. Merrifield.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brandy Merrifield on behalf of Curtis Tatum. It's 25 CF 1040. Mr. Tatum is present. And Judge, we did also add 26 CF 911 to the docket. As the court may recall, the new 26 case is Mr. Tatum's Walton County case that was transferred by court order to Okaloosa, and then the clerk provided a case number for that so that we could resolve all of his cases in a global resolution. And we're prepared to do that today.
All right, Madam Clerk, you have the 26 case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, you may proceed, Ms. Merrifield.
Thank you, Judge. May I approach?
Granted.
And I've handed the court a plea and sentencing agreement that will address both cases. Mr. Snell will have to file the score sheet later today. Mr. Tatum does not score as charged, so this would be a guideline sentence. It's under the requisite points, but Mr. Snell will provide that updated score sheet today. We have discussed that. So in 25 CF 1040 and 26 CF 911, Mr. Tatum is withdrawing his previously entered not guilty, is entering a no contest. As to 25 CF 1040, he will plea as charged. For 26 CF 911, counts 1 and 2 are going to be amended to resisting with violence, and that statute is 84302. And so count 1 of 25
Is
CF.
it 84302 or 01?
84301, Judge.
Okay. All right, thank you.
So in 25 CF 1040, count 1 is going to be 36 months of probation. There'll be $40 per month cost of supervision, $967 in court costs. Mr. Tatum is going to enter and successfully complete the residential treatment program at the farm. That's in Bonifay, Florida. He will immediately report to probation today and then to care detox in Panama City. After he completes the detox program, the farm will transport Mr. Tatum to their residential program in Bonifay. He's to have no contact with Brandon Michael Wangerin, Carissa M. Warwick, or Rochelle G. Coffey. No trespass at the block, 113 Eglin Parkway, Fort Walton Beach. He will not consume any alcohol or controlled substances without a valid prescription and submit to random breath and urinalysis. Counts 2 and 3 are 36 months probation to run concurrently with count 1 and 25 CF 1040. Restitution will be reserved as to each count for the entire duration for 25 CF 1040. In 26 CF 911, count 1 is going to be 36 months probation. It'll be concurrent with 25 CF 1040. $40 a month cost of supervision, $967 court costs, no contact with Walton County Officer Aaron Bingham. As to count 2, concurrent probation, no contact with Walton Officer Hunter Swanson. And as to count 3, 11 months and 29 days probation concurrent, and no contact with Walton Officer Adam Scalia. Restitution is also being reserved as to all counts in 26 CF 911. The cost of supervision is going to be waived while Mr. Tatum is in residential treatment. Probation will be supervised on a mail-in or phone-in status while he resides in the treatment program, and he will complete any necessary forms to allow probation to communicate with the farm. Probation will early terminate after 24 months if all conditions have been completed and there have been no new law violations. Everything will run concurrent with each other, and it will be a withhold of adjudication. And just so the court is aware, I did discuss this with probation with the check-in concerns, given that he's going to a detox facility and then to an inpatient residential program. Their instructions were very clear that he will check in with probation today and that the farm will provide future check-ins.
Is that the state's agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You can put your hand down and come on up to the microphone so we make a good record. You heard what Ms. Merrifield said on your behalf.
Yes.
Did you sign the written plea form?
Yes, sir, I did.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
How much school do you have?
8 high school, and I've got a little bit of trade school after that.
All right. You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And is what you read in the plea form what Ms. Merrifield just announced to me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes.
And that says to me that you believe the state could prove your guilt as to these charges, and you're not going to contest that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt to that jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Adjudication will be withheld, and you're going to be on 3 years of probation with the comprehensive terms that Ms. Merrifield announced, which was primarily entering into the treatment program at the farm, but there's a couple of steps before that. You're going to go to the care detox, then you'll go to the farm for their treatment and any after treatment which is ordered. No contact with the named persons, can't go back to the named place, and no substances without prescription, and there will be testing to confirm that.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you'll have the fees and costs that were announced. Is that what you understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Merrifield answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with how she's represented you?
Yes, sir.
The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea.
Judge, just to address the fines, fees, and costs, since he's going to be in residential treatment for 12 months, would the court permit 18 months for him to be able to pay those court costs?
Well, sure, he would have the whole 36 months to pay them.
He will have? Okay.
Yes,
I
under
just
the
wanted to make
terms
sure.
of the probation, yes.
Thank you, Judge.
And so if there's an issue in that regard, then you can engage with your attorney, because you're going to be in treatment for all that period of time. If there's an issue with getting it done, because probation is going to say that you've got to have all that finished no less than 90 days before you terminate your probation. And if you're not able to do that, then you need to get in touch with Ms. Merrifield as promptly as possible so she can inform me so we can work probation so you don't end up with a violation, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you act as soon as it looks like it's going to be a problem. Don't wait until it's already a problem, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir. I'll stay
Okay.
proactive. Yes, sir.
All right, very good, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have this morning.
Mr. Tony.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Tony.
Your Honor, I have one matter before the court today. Sean Michael, come on up here, Sean. Your Honor, we're seeking.
And what's that case number, Mr.
Case
Tony?
number is 2016 CF 1694 and 2013 CF 2899.
All right.
With regards to these cases, Your Honor, we are seeking to have a petition to seal. I mean, the petition has never been adjudicated guilty of the listed charges of related crime, and he has not been previously adjudicated guilty of a criminal offense or qualifying delinquency described in that petition. And we received the certificate of eligibility from FDLE, which was January 9th of 2026. With that regard, Your Honor, we're asking that the case that we pleaded, 2016 CF 1694 and 2013 CF 2899 be sealed.
All right, does the state intend to traverse or demur the petition?
Your Honor, I'm covering for, is it Mr. Snell's case?
Yes.
I couldn't find it on the docket, but I don't have an answer right now. I don't have notes.
Your Honor, we served the state of the hearing on May the 7th.
Mr. Tony, what's the defendant's name? I don't have it here on the docket.
And on the, so just so you know, the 16 case, it's POCS, POM, and POP. And on the 13 case, it's DSP. So the DSP case, I don't know if, about a victim there for the state. Of course, the POCS and the POM and the POP case wouldn't have a victim for the state to, do you know if the state intends to traverse or demur the petition?
No, Your Honor, the state does not intend to traverse or demur the position at this time.
It's granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. You want me to submit an order, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you now. Good day.
You too, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, may I approach Mr. Gomez?
Yes.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Your Honor, I do have one in the gallery before we recess.
All right. As soon as we, Good morning, Mr. Nopes.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good. And bailiff has just informed me that Mr. Brewster refused transport.
I'm not shocked.
Marty, have you spoken with him yourself?
I have not, because I didn't realize until, I guess they had filed something that said that he is now back competent, so I've got to go to the jail and see him. I didn't even know he was back.
Okay. Yeah, I would,
Because we had set this for 7/13 status because he had gone to.
correct. I'll say, I'm trying to think about how I can say this right now. I would highly suggest that you speak with him and I guess for yourself to see how Mr. Brewster is doing, because I received phone calls as recently as a week before that report was given that would indicate otherwise. And I think that there was a significant amount of individuals that were released from Florida State Hospital recently that I would argue may not actually be competent to proceed. So I would highly suggest you go speak with them and maybe make your own determination as to that, because I don't know why, but there was quite a few people that were deemed competent that almost immediately showed that they weren't. So I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him. And Judge, just for the record, I'm looking at the case numbers: 24 CF 1650, 24 CF 1651, 24 CF 1862, 25 CF 1548C, and 25 CF 315C. So if we could just.
That's 2315C. I just want to make sure. 25 CF 2315C.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I got 25, 15, 48. You're saying 25, what's the other one?
2315.
And then we got 24, 16, 50, 24, 16, 51, and
24 1862.
okay. All right, so we want to say, put this on miscellaneous docket 611, Mr. Nopes, would that work?
Let me look at the calendar real quick. Judge, I've got to be with you at 9 o'clock anyway that day.
All right, so we'll put it on for status then, just to see where we are.
Okay.
And I'll leave it up to you, Mr. Nopes, of whether after you meet with your client, you waive his appearance or not.
Yes, sir.
More?
Very good.
Anything else for you today, Mr. Nopes?
Well, today, yes, but it doesn't start till 2. I've got a sentencing at 2.
All right, see you then. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so with that, Mr. Katalinik.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I have
And then
one
Ms.
on the docket,
Yeske, if
Judge.
you'll line your folks up that you have in the gallery, let me know, and then we'll get to them before we take our break, okay?
Judge, I only have one case on the docket. He's right there. It's Mr. Jose Alberto Hernandez Cruz, and I believe it's case number 21 CF 505, Your Honor. It's a VOB.
505?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
21 CF.
Yes, sir. I see that.
He needs an interpreter, Your Honor.
Do you have to order one, Mr. Katalinik? Do you know?
Judge, I don't think so. I'm sorry.
I'll take it right.
What are we going to do today?
We're going to continue it, Judge. The state does not object. He has a nice hold. State's asking for 19 months. I think that's what he scores out to.
Do you feel comfortable enough in your language skills to tell him that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bring him out. And I'll turn the obnoxious noise on so you can tell him that.
For a continuance?
Well, it depends on how much time you need. We have 6:11, we have 6:18.
6:11 is good.
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, 6:11 it is at 9 a.m.
Okay? I think I did it, Judge.
All right, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
All right, good day.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
All right, good day.
Bye-bye.
All right, Ms. Yeski?
Thank you, Your Honor. This is Mark Stupar before the court in 24 CF 2900.
All right.
Your Honor, in this case, the alleged violation is based on Mr. Stupar electing to not sign the order of probation. We had discussed this case last time. This was the order that's created by probation, and it was discussed on the record that there was an error. I believe the court called it a Scrivener's error. And I have met with Mr. Stupar. We've discussed this in depth. He is ready to sign the probation order. I've talked to probation, and it sounds like they are in the works of preparing the amended order. So at this time, we would ask this to be set for the next miscellaneous docket in order to get that signed, and the goal is to reinstate and have him continue on probation.
State?
No objection. When looking at the clerk's minutes, I think it's prudent that we get the order signed, corrected first, and then once that happens, he can then sign it and start. From my understanding, he's been making payments and doing his best to adhere to the rules of probation already, so we have no problem with, once that occurs, dismissing the VOP, reinstating him to complete the original terms of probation, Your Honor.
All right, 6:11.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the gallery before we take our break, or is this a good time?
I think now would be a good time, Judge.
Okay, all right. If you'll simply inform the bailiff when you're ready for me. And so those folks who are in the gallery understand we've got some substitutions of counsel today, and they need to work together to be sure that they understand, since they're covering for other people, that there's no confusion. And I think that that's prudent to be sure that the cases move forward properly. So as soon as you're ready, simply let the bailiff know, and I'll return to the bench.
Thank you, Judge. All rise.
I'll find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into, and I'll accept the plea.
Okay, you're good.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is James Lundy before the court in 25 CF 1437. Jason McKinney standing in for Mr. Cochran in this matter. We've reached an agreement. Mr. Lundy is going to admit to the violation of probation. The agreement with the state is for an adjudication of guilt, 60 days Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. That will revoke and terminate his probation. There'll be a $100 BOP fee and a $150 cost of defense. No objections to the score sheet as provided. May I approach?
Granted. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yeah.
Okay, and you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. McKinney's, well, actually, he didn't sign, Mr. McKinney.
I guess I should do that. Yeah, I have it. You read and plenty of time to read this in the back. Okay, you need to sign. Five point two. 26.
You signed the written plea form and heard what Mr. McKinney said?
Yes.
You understand you're admitting the violation?
Yes.
And it tells me you agree that you violated the way your probation officer says you did.
Yes.
You understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a hearing where the state would have to prove your violation?
Yes.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty. If you weren't previously, you'll be sentenced to 60 days county jail, credit for time served. Your probation will be revoked and terminated. You'll have some fees and costs. I'll give you a year to get those paid. Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes.
Satisfied with how you've been represented?
Yes.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea.
Good luck, sir. This is Mr. Malone before the court in 22 CF 1687. We're going to request a continuance until the 6/11 date for Mr. Cochran to continue negotiations with the state.
State?
No objections, Your Honor.
I don't have any objection.
All right, 6/11.
Sorry. This way is small.
Say again?
Cotter?
I have to look.
Judge, this is Mr. J. McCotter before the court in 25 CF 78. Judge, Mr. McCotter is in the process of, I believe he has completed the 90-day program and may be going into mental health court. So I believe we just need to set a status date. He's indicated he goes back to the mental health court docket next week, and it may come off the docket. If we could have 6/11 without subpoenas.
All right, 6/11 for status.
This way, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Jack, you?
Come on, Jackie.
We have total. Mr. Hill Jr. before the court in 12 CF 312. This is a violation of probation. At this point, I have conveyed the state's offer, which is a 25-year Department of Corrections sentence to revoke and terminate. So we're going to ask for this to be set for a hearing with subpoenas. And I would ask for a date. I know that I've got one on the 11th and I've got one on the 23rd already, so whatever date would be after that would be appropriate because I will need to get records from REAP.
All right, so July, you're saying?
Yes, sir.
First date in July, Madam Clerk?
That would be July 16th, Your Honor.
And if we reach an agreement ahead of time, certainly I'll advance this, but I'd like to have time to make sure I've got all the records that we need.
All right, 7/16 with subs at 2 o'clock.
Your Honor, just 1 second. Can I verify that it's not my trial week with Judge Oberlisen in Crestview?
Sure.
Just a second.
That's 7/16 is what we were talking about.
Yes.
I think it might be.
I know. I have a suspicion.
It is the second week of the month.
Yeah, I can't even tell. One second. Yes, Your Honor, that falls into the jury trial week for Judge Oberlisen.
The second date in July, what do we have?
That would be 23.
Would that also conflict?
It is the second trial week in Crestview.
And what about 7/23?
7/23 is the
Oh.
second, falls in the second trial week.
What about the second date in June? That also?
We have 18 and 11, I think, in June, right, Your Honor?
Yes, we have 18
I can do
June.
18.
You can do 18? So let's set it on June 18.
With subs, June 18, 6/18 with subs.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
All right, 6/18 with subs.
thank you.
Carrie? Do you have any questions for me? Ms. Cherry is before the court in 25 CF 2186. We've reached an agreement in her violation of probation. The agreement that's been reached is for her to admit, be adjudicated. She was previously adjudicated, served 5 months in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. That will revoke and terminate her probation, $615. Well, I wrote a new charge court cost in there. This is a $100 VOP and a $150 cost of defense. May I approach?
Granted.
Ms. Bacon will provide a sentencing guideline score sheet at a later date. She does not score. You're good.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. McKinney said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes.
You understand you're admitting the violation.
Yes.
That says to me you agree that you violated your probation just the way your officer says you did.
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand by doing this you're waiving your right to a hearing where the state would have to prove your violation?
Yes.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty if not previously, and you'll be sentenced to 5 months in the county jail with credit for all time served. Your probation will be revoked and terminated. You'll have the additional cost, and you'll have a year to pay all the costs that are outstanding. Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes.
Satisfied with how you've been represented?
Yes.
The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea.
Okay. You're good to go.
Thank you.
You're going to go right there. This time. I've been fighting with them on the score sheet, so we're gonna come up next week and try to get this right, because I think the score sheet that they're talking about is incorrect.
Okay.
Judge, this is Mr. John Wilkinson, Court Reporter 24 CF 228. This is a violation of probation. I'd like to come back next week without subpoenas, so that we can try to get to a correct score sheet, because it makes a difference in the state's offer, whether or not he scores Department of Corrections or not.
All right, so, I'm sorry, the
This-
software timed out.
This is John Wilkinson, 24
Right.
CF 228.
Right. And say again, disposition today?
We'd like to come back next week
On the 21st?
on the 21st without subpoenas, so that we can try to get a correct score sheet.
That's incorrect, yes.
Oh, I know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That only has the 24 CF 228, the score sheet that I believe that the state has been looking at, has additional cases that are not subject to this probation, which is going to reduce the score sheet and change the negotiation with the state.
All right, so 521, no subs.
Thank you, Judge. And as soon as I get that updated, I'm going to come talk to you about it, and then we'll come back and see if I'm right.
Okay. Have you gotten all the correspondences?
I have. I know exactly where you're at.
Okay.
We'll do that if we need to.
Thanks, sir. God bless.
This is Stephen Pancos before the court in 25 CF 2136. Mr. Pancos already pled in your court. We set this case as a status to ensure that Phoenix House was going to pick him up. He entered the plea, bars to bed, Phoenix House was a condition, and Mr. Pancos obviously is still here, so we are going to be looking into contacting Phoenix House to get an update from them.
Has the order of probation been signed?
And if you'll give me one moment, I can check on that order of probation.
Let me just check as well. You do that,
Okay.
we'll divide and conquer.
Okay.
I see the order of probation on 429.
Yes, I see that as well.
So you would set another status, is that order's been signed to make sure Phoenix House has got everything they need?
Yes, Your Honor, if we could set this just for another status.
All right, we want to wait 30 days all right, so we'll set this on 6/11 at 9 for status.
All right.
Raul Perez?
This is Raul Perez before the court in 24 CF 903-2182, 25 CF 71, 74, 75,
Okay, I'm writing up right now.
642, 643, 644. If I could have a brief moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. In Mr. Perez's cases, I've been in contact with the state attorney, and we are seeking to enter him into drug court. We will need to have him assessed, and we reached out to the coordinator in order to get him transported to drug court, and we'll get that assessment going. So if we want to put this on for a status, but that is our intention.
All right, how far out do you think we should set it for status?
I would say that second miscellaneous day, 6/18, just to give us one more extra week. And speaking with Ms. Roberts, she's gonna go see him next Tuesday. He will observe next Wednesday, and then conceivably he can get in as quickly as 2 weeks after that, but just to give us a little bit more time.
All right, 6/18 for status.
This is Ricky Ramsey before the court in 25 CF 2456. Mr. Ramsey at this time would like to enter a denial to the violation and set it for the next VOP miscellaneous court date without subpoenas.
6/11?
Yes.
All right, 6/11 at 9 o'clock.
Mark Robinson?
This is Mark Robinson before the court in 24 CF 2395. As well as 23 CF 2606 and 23 CF 2731. Your Honor, we would request a continuance in this case. It's my understanding the current offer is 36 months in the Department of Corrections, and we are working and waiting on getting him into a potential treatment program. He's sent in a lot of applications. We're just hoping to hear back soon.
All right, 6/18, no subs?
That would be great, thank you.
All right, very good.
Right, Vicki?
This is Peter Rybicki before the court in 24 CF 938, 2711, and 25 CF 13. Your Honor, in this case, it appears the state is looking to impose the 5-year suspended sentence. We would request this be put on for a contested hearing date with subpoenas.
All right, 6/18 with subs at 2 p.m.
We've already 10 cases set now for the afternoon of the 18th.
Okay. What about 7/13? Is it 13?
We would have no objection to the later date.
There is nothing currently set for the afternoon of 7/16, Your Honor.
Sorry. 7/13 is docket day.
Pretrial conference.
Pretrial.
Yes, sir.
7/16 at 2 with subs.
All right.
All right, very good. Thank you.
I'll come see you.
Next we have Paul Seelon. This way, sir.
Your Honor, if I could have a brief moment. This is Paul Seelock before the court in 23 CF 2053. Mr. Seelock previously successfully completed the 90-day program and has been referred for mental health court. So if we'd like to put this on for a status, and the goal is for him to enter into mental health court.
All right, state,
No objection.
618 for status. All right, very good, thank you.
Paul Sidivi, or Lucas Sidivi.
This is Lucas Sedivi before the court in 24 CF 1958. If I could have a brief moment. Your Honor, in this case, the state has extended a 6-month jail offer with credit that Mr. Sedivi is interested in accepting today to resolve his case. If I could have a moment to get that written up, we could pass it.
You want to do it now, or you want to pass him and write it up?
If we could pass, and then I'll write it up. Bring it
Hold
back.
Mr. Sedivi so we can get a plea, okay?
We'll do it. Can't also be about Sidivi, number 24, but they don't want to come forward. Step in, sir.
Next, we have Cody Stam before the court in 24 CF 2251, as well as 24 CF 2408. At this time, we'd like to deny the violation and, if possible, set it for next Thursday miscellaneous date. I believe we can get this case worked out in the meantime. But I know there are victims involved, so
So 521, no subs.
that would be great.
All right, very good. And state, sound off if that's not agreeable on any of these. All
Yes,
right?
sir. I was pondering, thinking, so but I was listening. Yes, sir.
So Randy Williams with Mr. McKinney.
Good morning, Mr. Sullivan.
Judge, this is Mr. Randy Williams before the court. We did get confirmation from Phoenix House that they are not going to accept him back into the program. That has led us to additional applications that we need to complete for Keaton and several other programs that I'm aware of. I'm going to request 618 no subs to see if we can resolve the matter in that way.
Which date did you ask for?
Ask for 618.
618.
All right, 618, no subs.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. New? Thank you, Your Honor.
Good day, sir.
Judge, this is Mr. Teddy Lanu, back before the court in 25 CF 1373. Mr. Teddy Lee Lanu is here today in 25 CF 1373. Need a date, it's 5/14/26. We have reached an agreement. Mr. Lanu is going to admit to the violation of probation He will be adjudicated guilty, serve 11 months, 29 days, Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. That will revoke and terminate his probation. It'll be a $100 VOP fee and a $150 cost of defense. No objections to the score sheet as provided.
All right. Mr. Lou, if you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right. You heard what Mr. McKinney said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand that you're admitting the violation in this case?
Yes, sir.
That tells me you agree with your probation officer that you violated the way they said they did.
Let's just get it over with, Judge. I agree. Let's do it.
Okay, so let me restate that. You're
I
agreeing
agree.
to admit the violation
I
because you
agree
believe
to-
that's the best. Hold on, listen to what I gotta say. You're agreeing to admit the violation because you believe that this is the best way to dispose of this for you at the time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Totally.
And by doing that, you understand you're waiving your right to a hearing where the state would have to prove your violation.
Yes, sir.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty if you weren't previously adjudicated guilty. You're going to be sentenced to 11 months, 29 days in the county jail credit for all time served. Your probation will be revoked and terminated. I'll provide you a year to get everything paid if you think that's enough time.
Perfect.
All right. Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
You're satisfied with how you've been represented.
Yes, sir.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea. Thank you.
Drive, sir.
Next is Luna. No, this is Leah's case. They may not. They're not.
Well, I think we're a little early for Mr. Luna because he's scheduled at 12:30, I think, with his lawyer, I believe.
Yep. We'll bring it back up.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Luna, I think there was some confusion. Your hearing is actually scheduled at 12:30.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, is there anybody on Zoom, under the name Misty Mallory? I believe she's.
Yeah, I just saw that note from Miss Natalia, and I put Zoom back up to see. I don't see them, but I think that was just done this morning because there was
Correct.
confusion about that. All right, and then do I have Caden Stewart in the courtroom? How about Demetrius Rudolph?
On that Stewart matter, we could continue that. I'll try to get that, bring that one in for a landing. He's, lives in Seattle.
Right, and that was PAD, right?
That's correct, that's his plate, that's correct.
And so we want to set that for when? 6/11, no subs?
That'd be good, yes, sir.
6/11, no subs on Caden Stewart, 22 CF 28.
Your Honor, if the court is ready, we have Lucas Sedivi
All right.
back again in 24 CF 1958. We have an agreement which will be admit the felony violation of probation, be adjudicated guilty, serve 6 months in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for all time served. There will be the $100 BOP cost of prosecution, $150 cost of defense, be revoke and terminate probation. And I'm just going to get the signatures now.
All right, very good.
So you sign here. Finish the date, 5/14.
Yes. All right, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You heard what Ms. Yeski said. You signed the written plea form?
Yes.
You understand you're admitting the violation?
Yes.
And that says to me that you agree with your probation officer that you violated the way they said they did. You did.
Yes, sir.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty if you weren't previously sentenced 6 months county jail, revoke and terminate your probation, credit for time served with the additional fees and costs that were announced. I'll provide you a year to get those paid. Ms. Yeski answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you. You satisfied with how she's represented you?
Yes, sir.
I'll find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea.
This way, sir.
All right, so I showed that leaves us with Misty Mowry. And I realized that came in late yesterday with the order, so I'm not sure that they actually are aware that they were permitted at this point in time. Do you want to simply advance this on the docket?
Correct, because to my knowledge, she is in a treatment facility, and completion of that treatment is the most important thing to me right now.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just simply reset this for, what you want to do next week? Would that be good?
Yeah, sure. Do you mean on 5/21?
Yes. No subs. And then the last I show, if you agree, Madam Clerk, is Demetrius Rudolph. Is that the only other one you show?
I also have a Rodney Swain, 25 CF 777.
Okay, if we can talk about Mr. Rudolph, I'm sorry, I just blurted that out. We move on, we moved on, I'm sorry.
I don't show him on the docket, but on my docket.
So what I could tell is, I believe
On
maybe.
who?
On Mr. Demetrius Rudolph.
Okay, Demetrius Rudolph.
That's 22 CF 2613.
Correct.
He might have come to court before, and we maybe gave him some time to pay off the financials.
That's what I show.
And then, so if he completed that, then I think that might be why he's not here.
Has he?
Say again.
Has he completed his obligations?
Okay.
Yeah, because my notes say that if he has completed, then his probation would terminate and outstanding cost, I think that the cost, he's completed evaluation treatment, waived the cost of supervision in the past, will try to pay off the community service hours, and if so, then terminate an outstanding cost to be paid within a year.
He has not given me
Well, he was gonna do for, community service maybe? Well, maybe we could go to 611 without subs and then see if we can track it down.
All right, 611, no subs. Yeah, because my notes are indicating he's always present, so I'm surprised. All right, so then, now back to 777, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's Rodney Swain. And it's 2025 CF 777.
Mr. Cole here. Mr. Cole.
Is he should be in jail, right?
Cole, he's on the afternoon docket. Let's see if he's gotten here yet. Can I talk to him?
There's no bond on the VOP. And I show him that he was supposed to be here for arraignment.
2:30 is not up here yet, right? I didn't see him, I didn't have him on my docket.
Yeah, he wasn't on mine either, but I do see the notice in the file. And I do show him in jail, but I guess it wasn't on your docket for you to transport him? Is that right, Charles? Swain, Rodney? He wasn't on your docket, but he is in jail.
Yeah, I see him on the docket, but not on the transport list. What time was he for? This morning?
This morning.
Yeah, I don't see him on the transport list.
Is he ours or not?
I can dig into it if you like.
I can look.
Just want to reset him for 521, no subs.
Okay. Judge, show him with counsel?
That's a good point, Mr. McKinney. Let's double check that.
Rodney Swain.
Because he's held without bond and I'm not sure why counsel wasn't appointed for him under the circumstances, and he is VFSOC. So I'll appoint the public defender on a provisional basis for him, based upon what I see in the record at this point in time. We'll reset it for 521.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Have a couple people left in the courtroom. Y'all here on a case of your own or for someone else?
She's on the arraignment docket. Okay.
And are you here on a case on your own or for someone else?
I'll talk to you.
Okay. All right, so we'll be in recess for 12:30. There's no PTDs, but we do have the one plea with Mr. Luna. And now, we've got a half an hour to lunch if we want to go, or we want to just take our lunch. We got some folks back there that are already here for 1:30, right? If we want to push through some of those, if y'all are ready, or it's your call. Whatever you want to do.
State's ready, I think.
You gonna give me good offers? Dave, you gonna give me good offers?
Yeah, do we have good offers?
We can go straight through.
Well, maybe we should grab that fella then and whoever that was that just left, maybe
That
you
was
need
for Angela Watt.
to ask him to come back.
That's what happens when you have a bad criminal history and you commit crimes. You went to school for 21 months if you didn't have a bad criminal history.
And Hunter's got a second case.
I'm not saying I'm tired. Why?
Ortiz Hernandez is not represented. You gotta shake yourself there. Gotta shake yourself there.
Number 20, Ortiz Hernandez.
I'm showing her as pro se in our system.
Yes. Shall I bring her up now?
Yes.
If that were true, correct. Yes.
Well, that's-
If we were to believe.
That's actually a report too.
But that's what he's saying, right? It's not like that's verifiable, right?
Sorry about that, sir, but we decided to go ahead and accelerate those folks, and so we'll hopefully have them in just a minute and save you having to come back. Good morning, you're here today without an attorney. Would you like an attorney to represent you?
Sure.
Are you able to afford one on your own?
Yes.
So you can hire somebody without, on your own?
I mean, I had one, but he didn't present himself in this case. I don't know. I applied for a PD. I'm not from here, so I don't know how it works.
Okay, so you've had an attorney here locally before?
No, like, I just had an attorney that always takes care of my stuff, right?
Because everybody's entitled to an attorney. If you can't afford one, the court will appoint one at the state's expense. So where are you from?
I'm from Orlando.
Okay, so you've got an attorney in Orlando who ordinarily handles your stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really afford him, which is probably why he's not here, but yeah.
Okay, so you're not able to afford an attorney. Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You're going to be given a form. You need to turn that form in from the jail, okay? But the public defender will be appointed to represent you on a provisional basis at this time. Well, hold on. I show she's already,
Been appointed?
no. No.
She has
I
two
think
open
I put a
cases.
form in. I don't know if it was.
She has two other cases?
She has two open cases. The newest one is 26 CF 857.
26,674 is what we're here for.
Correct, and I actually, I specifically filed an information in 657 in case we were able, or I'm sorry, 857.
26857?
Correct, Your Honor. And I have an offer that may be something she wants to take. It's up to her. It's an either or. There's a lot of either ors today. Adjudication of guilt, 90 days in the Okaloosa County Jail, or a withhold 2 years probation, 48 hours of community service work, and then a substance abuse evaluation and treatment recommended. That would be for both, to resolve both of her cases.
Is it an adjudication of guilt or withhold?
Adjudication of guilt.
Okay.
Could I have a moment?
Absolutely.
In Ms. Ortiz Hernandez's case, she is interested in the state's offer and resolving today. Considering we were just provisionally appointed, I'm willing to withdraw, and she's willing to accept the state's offer. That was the adjudication of guilt, 2 years of probation. She would request that the probation begin upon release, as she's indicated there may be out-of-county holds or warrants. And in addition, there'd be the 48 hours community service work, substance abuse eval, and any recommended treatment, no trespassing at the Walmart. and $307 in restitution to Walmart, in addition to a clause of early termination upon completion of the terms.
Judge, may I have a moment?
Yes.
Thank you. If we could pass her case, and we'll get that agreement written up.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Ashley Nato.
No. Okay, so he's got Christopher McDonald. I have no idea what this one.
And say again your name, ma'am.
Ashley Nato.
N-A-D-E-A-Q.
All right, and you're here today without a lawyer. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
Yes, please.
Are
Yes,
you
Your
able to afford one on your own?
Honor. I am not.
Okay, the public defender will be appointed to represent you.
Is there an offer in Miss Ashley Nadeau's case?
Yes, that is, and this is to also resolve, she has also 26 CF 857. So to resolve both, it would be either an adjudication of guilt, 90 days in the Okaloosa County Jail, or a withhold with 2 years of probation, 48 hours of community service work, and substance abuse evaluation, and any treatment recommended.
Is that 48 hours? Or 40?
48.
If I could have a brief moment. Your Honor, I've spoken with Ms. Nadeau, and she's indicated she would like to accept the state's offer, the withhold 2 years of probation, in addition to 48 hours community service work, substance abuse eval, and any recommended treatment. If we could similarly pass her case and have that agreement
All right,
drafted.
let's hold Ms. Dato so she can have her a plea agreement written up, please.
As long as you don't have anything to say.
Frank, we're gonna hold on to number 29, Ashley Nato also for this one.
Is the same?
Write that one up too, sure.
That's fine. I don't need to withdraw, just say don't. I don't plan to.
Do you have extra?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
having an issue
Yep.
with our report or the program they use, and they're not using the system. We were wanting to use it.
All right. The court reporters are having an issue, so we're going to have to take a recess while they reboot the system.
Okay.
All right, we'll be in recess.
All rise.
Yeah.
work out, you know.
Riley. Riley, Kevin.
All right, you're here today without an attorney. Do you want an attorney to represent you?
Yes, sir.
You able to afford one on your own?
No, sir.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You'll be given a form to complete. You'll need to turn that in back at the jail, okay?
Is he here for arraignment, Judge?
Yes, he is in 26 CF 662. And if you give me just a second with this new system that's a little slower than the old system. Looks like he's got a 2-count information filed on 5/13, which has count 1, which is actual constructive possession of 200 or more grams of amphetamine and POP.
Judge, we will acknowledge the receipt of that information, waive any formal readings beyond that, and enter a plea of not guilty, and ask for the next available pretrial court date.
Madam Clerk, is that set for 7/13?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, will remain set for 7/13.
Ms. Yeski, it's going to be your turn.
Next is McDonald Christopher.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We have Mr. Christopher McDonald, case number 26 CF 0661. This is going to be a plea, Your Honor. I just have to have a moment to write it up, so we're going to just have him bring him back in a few minutes.
All right, we'll hold Mr. McDonald so the plea can be written up, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get it.
Come on.
Once I get rid of this, we'll bring it to you.
Stand right here for a minute. There's not a ring. This is Mr. Dennis Hunter. Mr. Hunter is here today in 26 CF 707. He does have a second case, which is not on today's docket. That is 26 CF 858, which has arraignment on June 11th.
858?
Correct.
Is there information filed in?
Not yet.
858?
Not yet, Judge. That's what I was just explaining to Mr. Hunter. Sounds like we are on the cusp of an agreement. What I'd like to do is enter a not guilty plea in the 707, and I don't believe we have an arraignment docket next Thursday, but we could put both case numbers on for change of plea at 9 a.m. on our miscellaneous date, and the intention would be to resolve both next Thursday.
And the state has no objection to that. We'll make sure information gets filed so we can resolve both the cases next Thursday, Your Honor.
All right, 521 at 9 o'clock.
You good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, very good. See you then.
Thank you, Judge.
What's up, Angela?
Do you have any questions for me? Oh. Ms. Angela Watson is here in 26 CF 625. The state has filed a 3-count information, which is 2 counts of possession of controlled substance, 1 count of possession of paraphernalia. And I have discussed that with Ms. Watson. We have reached an agreement for today. We're going to be entering a plea as charged. She's going to be adjudicated, be sentenced to 3 years of state probation. Special conditions would include substance abuse evaluation and new recommended treatment, 24 hours community service work, no drugs without prescription, no alcohol, random testing for both, $615 in court cost, $150 cost of defense. We would ask the court to consider waiving the cost of supervision. May I approach with the plea agreement signed by myself, my client, and the state?
Granted.
In speaking with the state, I believe that this is going to be a guideline sentence. I don't believe she's going to score. May I approach?
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. McKinney said, and you signed the written plea form?
Yes.
How old are you?
48,
How much school do you have?
some college.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is what you read in the plea form the same thing that Mr. McKinney just told me?
Yes.
Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that tells me you believe the state could prove your guilt, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial where the state would have to prove your guilt to the jury?
Yes.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty beyond 3 years of probation with the evaluation and recommended treatment, the community service hours, no substances without a prescription, and random testing to verify that, plus the fees and costs.
Yes.
Mr. McKinney, answer all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
He has, yes.
And are you satisfied with how you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea. Thank you. If you'd step this way, please.
Thank you.
Talk to probation on the way out. Hold on.
Okay.
Natasha Zezma.
Ma'am, I need your evidence.
How are you?
You know.
Judge, this is Natasha Zesma before the court. She's here in 26 CF 618. She has another case that was already in mental health court that I believe is set for a VOP evidentiary hearing in mental health court. We don't need to touch that 25 CF 2060 case, but I wanted the court to be aware that that existed. We are going to be entering a plea of not guilty in the 26 CF 618 today to the 3-count information that's been provided. And I'd ask for this, the next available pretrial date. We may be able to resolve both matters at a later time.
All right. And so is it set for 7:13, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Your Honor.
7:13. Thank you.
Michael Zimmerman.
Sorry about that, Judge. This is Michael Zinneman before the court. He's here in 26 CF 604. In Mr. Zinneman's case, the state has filed a 2-count information, and we are in a position to go ahead with a plea agreement today. 514. Mr. Zinneman is going to be entering a plea as charged for an adjudication of guilt, 60 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. There's no probation. $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. We would ask from some additional time upon his release to pay the court costs. May I approach?
Granted.
He has previously been adjudicated in other cases.
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
I do.
You put your hand down. You heard what Mr. McKinney said, and he signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
How old are you?
I think I'm 56 or 57.
All right. And how much education do you have?
I'm a graduate, a high school graduate with technical school.
All right. You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is what you read in the plea form what Mr. McKinney just announced to me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that tells me that you believe the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by doing this you're waiving your right to a trial where the state would have to prove your guilt?
Yes, Your Honor.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty, be sentenced to 60 days in the county jail, credit for all time served, no probation to follow. With the fees and costs that were announced, I'll provide you a year to get those things paid. Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea. Thank you.
Clinton Peterson.
Michael.
Your Honor, this is Quentin Peterson before the court in 26 CF 657. Here for arraignment. I'd like to enter a plea of not guilty, waive formal reading, and I believe the case is already set on that July 13th pretrial date.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you.
John Sinky.
Your Honor, it appears that Mr. Sinky refused. This is John Sinky in 26 CF 708, 22 CF 987. I went out and met with Mr. Sinky as well as he was in court on April 23rd of 26, and we decided to run his new case together for an arraignment on this date. I would motion to waive his appearance as well as enter a denial and plea not guilty in the new case, waive formal reading, and set it for the next available date.
I think the new charge is set for 7/13.
Yes, and I'm wondering if we should run this on a VOP date, run both of them together. Okay. Actually, tracking it with the 7/13
All right,
date.
7/13 it is.
Okay, thank you.
Ortiz?
No. Recall Yashiria.
Ms. Yeske, friend of the court?
Just as a friend of the court,
Yes, ma'am.
please state. Is it an adjudication of the whole?
Granted. All right. Now, Ms. Ortiz Hernandez, raise your right hand. I know as best you can. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can put your hand down. Now, it's been announced that the state has offered you to, if you plead to the charge involved, which is a felony petty theft, that you'll receive 2 years of probation, 48 hours, which includes the conditions of 48 hours community service. You can't go back to Walmart. Now, some folks think that means just the Walmart involved, but Walmart thinks it means any Walmart. And so probation would accept Walmart's report if you're at any Walmart, there's a violation of this condition, okay? So I just want to be clear. Some folks don't understand that, but Walmart believes that they don't want you back anywhere, okay? So just be aware of that, and the probation will instruct you accordingly. You also have the $307 in restitution to Walmart. You'll be adjudicated guilty, and there are other terms and conditions of probation which were contained within the written plea that you signed just now. And how old are you?
34.
How much school do you have?
GED.
You were able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And what you read in the plea form, is that what I just announced just now?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that by making this plea, you're pleading no contest to the charges?
Yes, sir.
And by pleading no contest, what I understand you to tell me is that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to prove to the jury your guilt of this charge, and you're not going to contest that.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial where the state would have to present that evidence to the jury and convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt of this charge?
Yes, sir.
As we said, you'll be adjudicated guilty of this charge beyond 2 years of probation with the community service hours and not return to Walmart and the restitution involved, plus the general conditions of probation. Now, you've told me earlier that you're a resident over Orlando.
Correct.
Now, you'd have to report to probation upon your release from jail here in Fort Walton Beach, and you can make arrangements to transfer your supervision to Orlando. But you must report here first before you leave and go back to Orlando.
Okay.
Now, you've also told me that you believe you may have a hold for some other charges, and you're concerned about your probation beginning until you resolve those matters. I don't know exactly what those might be. I don't know if you're potentially going to make this plea and maybe be transported somewhere else. If that occurs, you're still going to have to get back here to do your reporting before you're able to relocate yourself to Orlando. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Now, if you're somewhere else and it's going to take you a day or two to get back, probation's going to work with you, but you must inform them immediately upon your release from jail and make arrangements with them to report as soon as practical after you're released from the other charges.
Okay, thank you.
If you don't do those two things, then they're going to report you in a violation status and I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So it's on your back to be in touch with them to tell them what's going on when you're released and where you are and when you will report, and it must be promptly after you're released. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions about the plea and how it affects you?
No.
All right. All right. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. And before you walk out, probation's going to give you an instruction sheet that will help you understand what you need to do and how you need to be in touch with them regarding when you're released and when you need to report, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Probation, any questions from probation's point of view based upon what we know about the other charges?
Just if we can get a quick picture of the plea agreement.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
Ms. Yeske, if you would, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to recall Ashley Nadeau or Nadeau. Nadeau.
Your Honor, may I?
Granted. So you very good.
Who's this? Ashley Nadeau.
Just that one, please? Just the one signature? Thank you so much.
All right, so this is the two separate cases, is that right, Mr. Gomez? This is both 40, it is 26 CF 705 and 26 857?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And once again, Ms. Yeske, you're acting as a friend of the court in this matter.
That's correct.
All right. Now, I've been presented, Ms. Nadeau, with a plea agreement which claims to have your signature. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you put your hand down. This plea form indicates that you're pleading no contest to the charges in 26 CF 705, which is possession of controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia, and 26 CF 857, possession of controlled substance, 2 separate counts, and a possession of paraphernalia. The indicated, it doesn't say how long the probation is. How long is probation? Mr. Gomez?
I'm so sorry, 2 years, yes.
And that's standard, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. You'll be on 2 years of standard probation. Adjudication will be withheld. You have 48 hours community service. You have the evaluation and any recommended treatment in addition to the standard conditions of probation. Is that what you read in the form?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How old are you?
44.
How much education do you have?
Some college.
All right. You able to read and understand the form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And as I said, I've just read out that. Is that what the form says?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to those charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And by pleading no contest, what I understand you to say is that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to convince the jury of your guilt, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to produce that evidence and convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt of these charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
And as we've discussed, you'll be on 2 years of probation with 48 hours of community service work, substance abuse evaluation, and recommended treatment, in addition to the standard terms and conditions of probation. Is that what you understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you any questions about the plea arrangement or how it affects you?
No, Your Honor.
The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. Thank you. Now, probation, before you leave, is going to hand you a piece of paper, talk to you about reporting. As soon as you get out of jail and as promptly as possible, you need to report to Fort Walton Beach Probation Office so they can work you into the system and give you instructions, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can we get a photo of that?
Yes.
Thank you.
You should have brought your roller skates, Ms. Yeski.
Yeah. It looks like in the newer case, the 26 CF 857, the PD's office was appointed.
Okay, Ms. Yeski. In 857, you were appointed at first appearance. Are you asking to withdraw?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Motion is granted. The PD is withdrawn.
Thank you. May I approach with that agreement?
Granted.
Are they upstairs? People for Yeah. I need to talk to Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole, can you reply?
Yes.
Both, Charles, both the attorneys are here for 12:30. They are. Yeah, I think they're. Yes. Never mind, Mr. Cobb's not ready yet.
All right, so looks like we've still got McDonald times 2, is that right?
McDonald, I sent the plea form back.
Did you say times two?
There's
Yeah, we got Christopher and Dylan.
Dylan McDonald is not here yet, Your Honor.
Oh, I show him in jail.
I didn't see him on the list yesterday before I went to the jail.
He's not on our transport list.
Oh, so he's not in jail.
Yeah, he wasn't, I met him at the jail, but when I looked yesterday, he was out.
But he's not here.
It's only 12:30.
Oh, that's true. It's only 12:30. All right, so you think you're ready for Christopher?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's have Christopher.
You good with everything here?
Yep.
Okay, I just need you to sign it, Dave.
Your Honor, Mr. McDonald is going to enter a plea today in case number 26 CF 0661. In exchange for a plea of no contest, as charged, the state has agreed to an adjudication, 3 months in the Okaloosa County Jail, court cost and cost of defense. I have the signed plea form and the score sheet. It's here, if I may approach.
Granted. Raise your right hand for me, please. Swear affirm, testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury.
I do.
All right, and you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Cochran said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I think I'm 47. I was born in 81.
All right. And how much school do you have?
I went to the 7th grade.
All right. You able to read and understand the form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And is what you read in the form what Mr. Cochran just announced?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand you're pleading no contest to these charges?
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you think the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest it?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a hearing, a trial where the state would have to prove your guilt to the jury?
Yes, sir.
You'll be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 3 months county jail, credit for time served. You'll have $150 state-provided legal assistance fees. And what would be the fines and fees and costs, Madam Clerk?
$515, Your Honor.
$515. I'll give you a year to pay those things, okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Cochran answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
Satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, sir.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into, and I'll accept the plea. Thank you.
Yeah, we're still.
You ready, Mr. Cobb?
Yes, sir, I have, Mr. Luna's ready. Ready? All right, yeah. Judge, I'm just going to need you to sign this really quick. And we can proceed. Judge, this is State of Florida versus Isaiah Luna. Jason Cobb on behalf of Mr. Luna. Judge, the state filed a superseding amended information charging Mr. Luna with third-degree felony murder with a firearm in violation of 782.04 subparagraph 4 and 775.087 subparagraph 1 and 2. We'd waive arraignment for that superseding amended information that was filed, and we're ready to proceed with negotiated written plea. Pursuant to the plea agreement, Mr. Luna is going to be entering a no contest plea to third-degree felony murder, as I previously stated. He will be adjudicated guilty. He will be sentenced to serve 20 years in the Department of Corrections. 10 years of that will be a minimum mandatory sentence. Court costs in the amount of, Madam Clerk, can you tell me that so I can pencil that in?
$515.
Does that include cost of prosecution as well? Or is there a different amount for cost of prosecution?
It would be $515 with $150 cost of prosecution.
All right.
Cost of.
No. You're appointed, right, Mr. Cobb?
Yes, sir, I am.
$150 state-provided legal assistance would be on top of that. The $100 cost of prosecution is included in the $550.
Judge, can you repeat the $150?
Say again?
Repeat the cost. I got the court cost, and there was $150?
State-provided legal assistance.
Okay. Okay, $150 state-provided legal assistance, $515 court cost, $100 cost of prosecution, $479.83 for cost of transportation to be paid to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, restitution reserved, and he'll receive credit for all time served. I'm going to get him to initial the amendment I made to the front of the plea about the $150 fee. Judge, the plea agreement's been executed by all the parties. Can I approach?
Granted.
Judge, he has a hold, what county is it? I said
Jefferson County.
a hold in Jefferson County for violation of probation. We're hopeful that he can be transported to Jefferson County as quickly as possible. And we'd also like, if we can, for a recommendation that his DOC situation be closer to where he's from, where his daughters live, which is also in Jefferson County, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
State?
Regarding the DOC situation, Your Honor, I just leave the discretion of the court, and in Jefferson County, they may have a say in that as well. But the plea offer, that was the correct agreement. That is the agreement that the state has made. And I don't believe there's anyone for the victim's family here, so the state has no other reason that we cannot proceed to sentencing.
All right. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Cobb said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
23.
And how much school do you have?
Not that much.
Did you go to high school, finish high school?
No, sir.
What grade did you finish?
6.
Sixth grade?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to read and understand the form?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what you read in the form, what Mr. Cobb just announced to me?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that you're pleading no contest to the amended charge of third-degree felony murder with a firearm.
Yes, sir.
And by pleading no contest, what I understand you to say is that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to convince the jury, who would ordinarily be sitting over there, of your guilt of this crime, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by making this plea that you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to present that evidence to the jury and convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt of the crime of third-degree felony murder with a firearm?
Yes, sir.
The agreement on this plea is that you will be adjudicated guilty and be sentenced to 20 years in the Department of Corrections on this charge. 10 years of that is a minimum mandatory sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There will also be some fees and costs involved which were announced, and also the cost of transportation. Restitution will be reserved, and I'll reserve, given the circumstances with his pending VOP, I'm going to reserve for a year on restitution just so that we don't run into a problem of not being able to have Mr. Luna back for a hearing and create problems for everyone involved. Is that okay?
Yes, sir, that's completely.
Stay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You'll also be provided credit for all time served. And I'm going to provide for 3 years to pay once you release your outstanding fees and costs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Has Mr. Cobb gone through the plea agreement with you and answered all your questions about the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Has he explained to you the benefits of making this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has he explained to you why it might be better for you to go to trial potentially?
Yes, sir.
And have you come to the decision that this plea is in your best interest given everything involved?
Yes, sir.
And as part of that decision, the fact that the state has agreed to reduce the charge to allow you to plead to this situation?
Yes, sir.
All right. With that said, are you satisfied with how Mr. Cobb has represented you in this case?
Yes, sir.
Are there any questions about the plea and how it affects you that have not been answered?
No, sir. I just got one question, like, you know how fast my county would be able to come get me?
I don't know. You know, it's funny. Sometimes I'll sign these things and they'll be waiting for you by the time you get back to the jail.
Yes, sir.
And other times it takes a couple of weeks. I wish I knew how that worked. I don't.
Yes, sir.
All right. And because of your other pending circumstances, that may complicate it as well. So I'm just not sure.
Yes,
You know, sometimes DOC and other jurisdiction have to work out who's going to do the transport and how that works. So they may wait until these orders are completed and filed before they make a decision to allow you to be transported. So it just would depend. I can't tell you for sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that, do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. And you satisfied with Mr. Cobb's representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea with the adjudication. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Cobb. All right. And with that, we'll be in recess till our 1:30 docket.